Hey, hello there, my fellow YouTubers. It's December 26th, 5:53 p.m. Denver time. And I want to address this a little more because it's hard to figure out why, outside of what Trump says, of why he, meaning they, decided to do all these tariffs on exports. Food exports in 2017, this is going to vary by so many billion or whatever, depending on what site you go to. Soybeans, 216 billion. Meat, poultry, 19 billion. Corn, 10 billion. Prepared food, 5.9 billion. I didn't even Google what the fuck they mean by prepared foods. I don't know, frozen foods, who knows. The bigger ones, of course, are steel and aluminum. But addressing the food exports, China has now quit, at least as of November. They didn't import a soybean from the U.S. And I'm going to argue, and I mean seriously argue, that the reason for these tariffs are because they want our country to be more self-dependent. And I do not mean isolation, I mean self-dependent because of when these food shortages start hitting here. Because when these food shortages start hitting here, it's going to be everywhere in a lot of these countries, even the superpower countries like Russia and China and such. They already have issues with food, and when it gets worse, you will see some wars over the food, and therefore, thus, we're going to need more of our troops here at home. Thus, we're going to need better controlled and sealed borders. Thus, more reliance on the food we have here. The cattle and the poultry and the pork. Now, you can get out there and argue how many cows we got, how many steers we got, how many chickens and hens and pigs we have, but when it becomes apparent, sweetie, not every time I start, but every time, it's going to become apparent, and you can say we got so many millions of this and millions of that for cattle and poultry and pigs. Mandy, give me a break. But, how long is that going to last? You will see food restrictions on how much you can buy. You will see inflation on food. I don't like to say rationing because rationing implies you're waiting in line, even though that could come, later years down the road, as you no longer buy it because they really don't have it to sell. But you do have to get rationed. But that's further down the road. Trump liked to say it was fairness in tariffs. Okay, if it's strictly fairness and tariffs, you don't jump up and automatically go and match their taxes, or jump higher. You would start out incrementally instead of jumping to say 25% on something, jump up to 10% or maybe even 8%. You just don't jump up there and nail them tariffs that high, screwing our manufacturers, screwing our farmers, screwing the crops. Because anybody with a brain out there, regardless of what they say on the media or some of the YouTube channels, all these people are in deep shit. They're not making their money they used to. They're not making a living they used to. And this $12 billion or whatever it is that Trump they allocated to buy off these people and give them their entitlement isn't enough. It's not going to go far enough. And how long is that going to last? Off the top of my head, I'm going to say that's not even covering them all for 1 year. And you can also say the tariffs, because it's so high in the steel and the aluminum, that's because they want to keep the production here, because we're not going to import nothing. Especially the food once it start hitting, Walmart and whatever your local supermarket's called. But why would they want to go and give our farmers and our manufacturers the complete shaft on this? Think about it. You have to think about it. Like I said, it's not so much isolationism as it is not Trump, they are trying to get everything turned inwards, so we have, a self-reliance and dependence on what we have growing and manufacturing in our own country. And when this really hits home and really gets started, it's going to be a major adjustment to begin with, and you need to accept that and understand it. Well, that covers what I had in my video. Was in this video. But I did have a video on this John X thing. He's showing the stock market stuff, saying it's fake, but explaining all the ups and downs and when you should invest this and that. And how him and his buddies used to play Bitcoin and get in the stock market, but of course he deleted his old videos, so all that's a lie, because I never saw it as any of his own videos. But, you know, you need to get this, you know, this is just another major, matter of fact, probably the #1 reason to get away from these people. And to me, this is the distraction. This is the major distraction. Look at CERN. Look at the New World Order. Look at the wall. Well, you know, we do need the wall for the food shortages. But look at martial law. Look at the FEMA camps. Look at World War III. Look at the fake alien invasion, the real alien invasion. You know, this, that, the other thing. Look at Yellowstone. How many years? Go pull it up on Google. FEMA, World War III, CERN, Cascadia, Yellowstone. That shit goes back to 8, 10, 12, 15 years ago. You know, since YouTube started, that crap's been out there. But we have to stop this, including me. Like I said, look at what's going on with the Trump tariffs and bringing some of the troops back home. We're going to need more of them here to defend our borders when they cannot hide the food shortages. Seriously, give it a serious thought. Pick all your regions, all your options, and why for the Trump tariffs. But it's not fairness, because if it was fairness, like I said, it's extremely logical. You don't jump up to match their tariffs or go higher. You know, you would start out with even, like I said, even half. Say if 25% one go to 12 or 10% or even 8. You know, give them a hint. You know, saying we're serious. Tell these countries we're serious. You know, here's our 8%. We're gonna match or go higher than your tariffs if you don't chill it out or lower yours. And that's the most logical thing. So why jump up and screw the? They, not Trump. They just screwed the whole country with jobs and the money these farmers make and their manufacturers make. Anyway, take that to the bank. See you later. Bye.